Hi everyone, today we will install the 36 kV cold string splice QS200 with rigid rejacketing. The QS200 kit comprises of cold string splice body QS200, constant for string, thin copper thread and sleeve, color face marking PVC tape, clear PVC tape, spacer tape, and resin. Remove the cable jacket on both sides. Follow dimensions suggested in the instruction. Use saw or knife or professional tool to cut off the cable jacket. Then use saw to remove the armor layer at the cable jacket edge. Mark the inner shed cut-off position. Remove and cut off the bedding layer. Check and mark each face with color PVC tape provided. This also helps to keep in place the tape screen. Doing the same for the cable on the right side of the screen. The longer side is used to park the QS200 body. No need to totally cut off the armor, but to leave the deep mark. Then use pliers to tear the armor tape off. This is to avoid damaging the inner shed below. While cutting the inner shed and bedding layer, carefully not damage the tape screen beneath. Measure the removed tape screen length, then mark the cut position. Use sharp knife tip to cut off copper tape layers, or unwrap it and use scissors to cut and rewrap the copper tape into its original position. Cut off semi-conducting water-soluble tape. Measure and mark the removed semi-conducting length, follow the instruction, and apply the constant force spring at the cut mark. By leaning on constant force spring edge, use fine round file to remove the semi-conducting around it. Carefully move the round file forward and back until you can see a ring of XLPE exposed. Avoid damaging the XLPE layer at this area. Use sharp knife tip to cut two long marks on the semi-conducting layer. Watch closely the depth of the knife tip to ensure it doesn't cut into the XLP layer beneath. Use small head plier to peel off the semi-conducting layer. Using round file will create a transition slope from semi-conducting layer to insulation layer, not a vertical cut if using knife, so it will fit tightly with QS200 body. Continue marking the removed insulation area to match the provided connector, then use the insulation removing tool. Cover the conductor core ends by a couple layers of PVC tape to insert slide components. Insert the QS200 body into the long side and copper screen sleeve on the short side. Remove cable jacket on both sides to reveal the armor and cover sharp edge of the armor by PVC tape. Remove the cover PVC tape on conductor core ends and install the connector. Follow the instruction guide. Cut the aluminum seal tape to match the connector size, then apply on the connector to cover all bolt holes. Use the cloth inside CC2 can to clean the insulation area. Mark the QS200 installation position on the semi-conducting layer. Apply the P55/1 silicone grease at the insulation semi-conducting screen ends on both sides and on the connector area. Move QS200 splice body to installation position, then start to pull the inner core in a counterclockwise direction. Slide the copper screen sleeve to the middle of the slide body, then extend it to obtain a tight fit and fit it in place using constant force springs over copper tape screen on both sides. Cover on the sharp edges by PVC tape. Use filament tape to tighten 3 splice bodies and 3 cable face courses. Connect electrically armor on both sides using a long thin copper rod. Fold the 2 ends backward and insert them among contents for string layers. Use PVC tape to secure and cover on the sharp edges. Upgrade the cable jacket part on both sides, then use spacer tape to build the resin mold. Build the mold until it reaches a desirable thickness. Insert the cap below the valve to restrict the resin being pumped outward. Create a high base for resin injection valve. Then cover on the spacer tape layer by clear PVC tape and secure the whole mold by filament tape to avoid resin expansions. Cut the tape layer to create air vents on both sides. Tear the resin aluminum back and mix by hand the 2 resin liquid parts so that we have one unified liquid. Insert the resin spout into injection valve and turn the spout clockwise for the teeth inside the valve cut through the seal. Then pump the resin into the splice until it fills up the mold and coming out the air vents on both sides. Cover the air vents and resin injection valve by couple layers of PVC tape or filament tape, then wait for the resin to harden and cool down. And we finish our installation here. Thank you for watching.